We actually just got a message saying or telling us to go ahead and start anti-shipping operations, and this thing has gone gray, so I guess we're in the area now. So I'm just gonna go on patrol. You can see my little cross-course thing that I've got going on here with a little hook. I don't know. It's a cross hook. Does that have anything to do with knitting? Why would any of you know that? Why am I asking? Well, anywho, that's the plan. That's the general lay of our course, and I hope to run into many, 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 many ships. I just got a chug, which is the game's way of telling me it loves me. It's just ridiculous, because it's so unsubtle. It's like, look over here. Do a dive. It's stupid. But we're going to find out what this stupidity is. Hopefully. No, that's nothing. Okay. What have we got here? We got something at about 20, we're going to say 20, 25? 245. I like it. 25 to 45. Just drawing a line real quick. Don't mind me. 25 degrees. And 45. Cool. Okay, we're gonna follow along our course here for a little bit, just to see if we can get an idea of what direction they're heading, using my highly proven scientific method. Highly regarded. Military geniuses bow before me. They don't. They find my methods rash and idiotic. Why am I doing that already? Case in point. I'm measuring an angle that I don't even know. Wow. Alright. So it starts at 50, but we're going to say 45 to 25. Puzzling. Because that will look like they're heading north. 45 to 25. Let's do the 25 first. There we go. 45. Can't see the angle. Well, now that's interesting. They could be heading for me. Usually when the angle widens, they're heading towards you. That's usually a good sign. So I don't think they're heading north. They might be heading south. I'm going to say that they're heading south. So I'm going to mark the line. They're going to be somewhere right here. Probably a little bit generous. They're probably more like here. And even better, they'll be right here. And even better, they're going to be right here. Simply because I don't think we're going to hear them at the maximum range of hydrophone. That would be ridiculous. Okay, we're going to adjust our course. This way. And go on the surface and see if we can hunt these guys down and lob a few torpedoes their way. What do you guys say? Hey, hey. We've got smoke. We've got a few smoke signatures, smoke signals, if you will. Off to about 308. So we're in the ballpark. But now we have to see if we can hit a home run. I don't know where that accent came from. That has nothing to do with baseball. I mean, it's not German. It's sounding kind of German. I don't know what's going on. But, whoa. Got some lag there. Don't know what that was. My computer sounds like it is eating a ham sandwich right now, so maybe I should take the cue and stop recording. But I'm thinking that we are pretty much right on here. I don't know how many ships there are, obviously, because that's just basically four wisps of smoke, and I don't know what that will signify for us, but we'll find out. Okay, we've got them in sight, and I can already see some types of composite freighters, which is terribly descriptive. I will easily be able to make a torpedo solution out of that. Are there escorts? I said, are there escorts? I just saw some smoke over there, and it's a low-profile ship. I'm guessing that's an escort, so that's no fun. But they don't seem to be heavily escorted, and that's what really counts. So, I mean, they are heading in a southerly direction. I don't know exactly how southerly, though. They're at about 310. This guy is, anyway. I think I might notch us slightly more east-southeast. We're going to pump out some speed here. Hopefully. Gotta be careful with that. The sun is going down. That's good. That's very good. Busted out all kinds of weird accents, you guys. I really don't know what's going on. I'm gonna use the binoculars because this is irritating me. Whee! I don't see a flanking escort. That is interesting. Well, we should have a pretty easy shot then, I guess. It's just the lead, and that's pretty much it. Okay, we're going to try to get into firing position. But I like what I'm seeing so far. Those are all decent targets, if they are what I think they are. I mean, they're all composites, obviously, so... Composite, again, I think I mentioned this in the first patrol. Composite just means the way that the ship is built. It doesn't have anything to do with tonnage, necessarily. Okay, well, I'm going to keep working at getting into a solution, and I'll get back with you guys shortly. Did I say get into a solution? Get into a position. That's what I meant, regardless of what I said. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but when do I? Alright, I think we are in our firing position. I'm going to see what we've got. I haven't done any identification or anything yet, other than my preliminary, saying that these are composites, and these guys are good and close now, so I should be able to tell what they are. Okie-dokie. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. These are not tankers, because if they were, I'd be really excited. Okay, let's see. Well, that was easy. I think that's it. Right? Yeah, that's a different mast configuration. And I like it. Lock that in. And you're the same thing. You silly, silly man. There's one in front of this one, and it's not going to let me lock on the other. So let's see if we can identify this one. Is it a medium? Is it the hit ABC television series Medium? Why, yes, I think it is. Maybe. Nope, not that one, though. It's not split. Not that. Well, let's take a look at this one. Nope. No. I think I was right. I think I'm going to go with the medium composite. Yeah, that cabin looks right. Okay. There's another large. I like this. It's kind of nice. I mean, they're all basically the same. It's like they called each other before going into work and said, hey, you know what would be really fun is if we all wore the same thing today. They didn't realize that they would make a complete ass of themselves in front of the boss. The boss being me. You're all fired. And I think that might be enough for the time being. That's 6 targets at this point. So we need to start considering solutions. Let's bring this out. I'll ID a couple more just for fun. Yeah, they're all mediums or large moderns. It's kind of silly, but there's usually more diversity in the types of ships that you see in a convoy. These are all the same, but I can't really tell. But again, I think we've got enough targets at this point that we can go ahead and start working on a solution. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed out one of the ships, lead one here, because it's closest and I'm going to probably get a good solution for its speed. So that's what I'm going to do. If the waves will cooperate, which they seem to be for now. I have us up a little bit, you might have noticed. Now, he's at 3322, which is marginal. It's not really in our range. So I'm going to have to possibly... I have us going backwards right now, so I'm going to have us move ahead. He's not directly in front of us, of course, but it's enough that it'll make a difference. Now, he's a little bit more square than 45 degrees, so I'm going to mark him in like that. Start the final countdown. I bet that sounded like shit. I really apologize. And that's good enough for government work. Let's range him again. And the waves. Always the waves. Oh, okay. That's a little bit more abrupt of a range change than I'm thinking is accurate. Yeah. See, I think I screwed that up. Okay. Maybe we'll try a different ship. This 11 is pretty fast for a convoy. Alright, this... I guess that wasn't the final countdown. We're doing another countdown. Europe would be so disappointed in us. And 15 seconds. Which is approximately a New York minute. I keep making song puns and I really need to cut it out. It's unacceptable. Puns in general are one of the lowest forms of humor. Let's keep it that way. 13. Okay. We're getting something completely wrong here. I guarantee you this convoy is probably moving like anywhere between 7 and 9. And I want to probably, do my best to get as close to that as possible. I don't want to just throw that in there. And it's dumb because basically in every Silent Hunter game ever, they are moving at about that speed. So I'm really kind of running short on time here. Because that lead ship is going to be right in front of me here in a moment. They are nicely dressed in a line. Like so much cocaine. Huh. Now I'm making drug jokes. And they're not funny. Okay. Let's see that. No. There's no way that he cleared a 300-meter deficit between him and I. It's getting even worse. Okay. I guess that I just don't understand this silly little targeting system. And so what I'm going to do... I mean, I understand it. I understand the principle of it, but it's just silly. I need to probably, in between this patrol and the next one, I need to revisit some of the more technical methods of coming up with a range, or not a range, a speed, because this is dumb. This is not worthwhile. Okay, so we've got... That'll be our last target that we shoot at. Unless we shoot at him. Which we might. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. He's our first target, this guy.
Bearing 293, long range.
He's steeper than 45. And his range is that. I can't really afford to wait much longer. Do I have a speed input? There we go. That was the problem. Start opening tubes. Once he closes to... Actually, I could probably launch the shot now. Because he's going to be within that range by the time the torpedo is inbound, or is about to hit him. Get that out of here.
Torpedo in the water.
He's more like this. I actually shouldn't be double tapping that. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't hit that medium and that's in between him and I, but a hit's a hit. Can I move you? And the last one of the bunch.
Torpedo in the water.
Just give that a minute, and there we go. Okay. Let's go under. So far, that one is looking okay. That one is looking pretty good. This should hit first. That's not what I really wanted, but I'll take it. Excellent. They appear to be steering already, so they might be aware of my presence. Looks like this one missed. Could still be going, I guess. Nope, there's one there. That's gonna hit. Just waiting. These are solid hits, too. Right in the midsection of the ship. There's another. How about this one? It's going to run slightly ahead, although he's steering. It might still hit. I have my doubts. That's going to be really close. Oh, right in the prow of the ship. We've got 3 of 4.
Constant distance. Bearing 348. Long range.
One's still outstanding, but I don't really care at this point. This is much better than I was anticipating. I was going to be happy with 2 for 4. 3 for 4 is excellent, and that 4th one there, that was pretty marginal, but it's a hit all the same. Well, alright. 3 freighters hit. This one looks terrible. Got some major fires on deck. This one is steering wildly. He might be... That seems like a little bit more than evasive maneuvers. I think that he might have some damage to his steering gears. I don't know if the game really models that, but I'm going to go ahead and say that it does. And this guy is probably not going to slow down too much.
Current depth 4.
Let's take a look at that. It basically blew off the front of his ship, but... Yeah, the 4th one is officially a miss. That's okay. So 2 badly damaged, 1 sort of badly damaged, well, sort of damaged, and then 1 miss. That's excellent. So now we just have to focus on survival. Let's go back inside and see if we can hear any pinging, and we don't. No pinging. Let's get rid of the chronometer because I hate it. I don't hate it. Hate's an awful strong word. So, but that looks like, whoa. Looks like this guy is, having some problems. So, once I, oh, hold on, let's look at this guy. No, he looks okay other than the fire. So we're under the thermal layer. I'm going to try to avoid any possible depth charge attacks, and we'll come up and finish the rest of them off if we can. We actually have 2 torpedoes left. I'm going to disengage silent running, which is possibly a mistake. Let's go this way, and we're going to try, if we can, to fire off another attack. Again, this is possibly a really bad idea. But there's only one way to find out if it truly is a bad idea, and that is to put it to the test. It's science! Join me as I experiment with explosives on hapless ships. Okay, we're going to stay under for a bit and come back up if we are able to and take some more shots.